So cause you look thirsty, I'ma make it better, slip it like a Slurpee. Snow cone chili, get it free.
Good morning, beautiful people. Every day is a great day to start great opportunities. So what's up, everybody? Make sure to drink your coffee. Today's kinda hot. Oh my god, as hot as our guest for today. That will give us views regarding technology. Isn't it awesome? Stay tuned, sit back, and have fun with us only here at STS Radio. Here comes, ladies and gentlemen, our gorgeous guest for today, Miss Glyza May Casimilio. How are you, Miss Glyza?
I'm doing very well. How are you? It seems so fun in here.
I'm doing very well, Miss Glyza. Thank you for asking. I hope you enjoy this stay with us. Well, Miss Glyza, there are a lot of questions that was sent to us by our STS radio listeners, and they wanted to know more about technology.
I'll be glad to share my insights.
Alright then, what are we waiting for? Let's start answering the questions. First question from our STS radio listener is, why is it important to centralize human rights in science, technology, and development?
And, even with their limitations, human rights are central to discussions on how science, technology, and development can promote human well-being. Human rights are also rights to sustainability, serving to protect the poor and vulnerable from the excesses of market-driven science and technology.
I agree about that, Miss Glyza. So interesting. Next one we have, not everyone agrees that a human rights-based approach to science and technology. Why do you think so, Miss Glyza?
Human rights-based approach to science can ensure inclusive access to the benefits of scientific advancements, foster the place of women in sciences, and guide the establishment of sound policies and ethical issues in science, innovation, and technology.
Alright, and from our next listener's question, in times of COVID-19 pandemic, do you think that human rights-based approach was implemented to science, technology, and society? Why or why not?
The pandemic has revealed the need for an approach that goes beyond national borders and strengthens regional integration based on science and technology systems that are linked among countries and among their production systems. Humankind is racing to find a vaccine and treatments that would allow for neutralizing the health impacts of the pandemic, and that is where joint and coordinated efforts become essential.
I hope our listeners are still listening right now, gaining knowledge to this technology discussion. Next, Ms. Glyza, can you tell us about the principles that ensures the well-being of human?
Universal Declaration of Human Rights Article 27 affirms everyone's rights to participate in and benefit from scientific advances and be protected from scientific misuses. This declaration encompasses issues such as pollution-free production, efficient resource use, biodiversity protection, and brain drains.
If there is disadvantage of using technology, it's only right that we have our human rights too when it comes to it. Now let's hear from Ms. Glyza the details in her opinion about humans and robots.
Using the human rights-based approach, we can solve the dilemma of post-robotic technology. Through giving limited things they can do, as we all know that technology innovation is uncontrollable. So instead of creating them like humans who can work, think, and act as a normal person, we should consider the limitations on doing those things, because even the robots, there's a possibility that they can harm people too.
Now who are still interested in buying a robot here? I hope you guys change your mind. Just kidding. Now for the last technology information from Ms. Glyza, she will give us insight about technology, humans, and internet as a whole.
Misuse of personal information. One of the primary ethical dilemmas in our technologically empowered age revolves around how businesses use personal information. As we browse internet sites, make online purchases, enter our information on websites, engage with different businesses online, and participate in social media, we are constantly providing personal details. Lack of oversight and acceptance of responsibility. Most companies operate with a hybrid stack comprised of a blend of third-party and owned technology. As a result, there is often some confusion about where responsibility lies when it comes to governance, use of big data, cybersecurity concerns, and managing personally identifiable information. Use of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence certainly offers great business potential, but at what point do artificial intelligence systems cross an ethical line into dangerous territory? Facial recognition. Use of software to find individuals can quickly become a less than ethical problem. Technology is built by programmers and inherits the bias of its creators because humans inherently have bias. Technology is inherently flawed. Yes, I agree. Nicholas Carr is saying that it is a very efficient way of learning, but it doesn't give the learning experience the same as reading a book would do. Instead, he wants us to believe that using Google or the internet is making us bored and we are reading quicker and losing focus on what we are reading. Google is changing the way people read and process information. We've come to associate the acquisition of wisdom with deep reading and solitary concentration, and he says there's not much of that to be found online.
Thank you so much for allowing us to guest you here, Miss Glyza, on our STS Radio. It's our pleasure that we have you here to discuss about technology.
No worries at all. It's my pleasure being here.
Thank you guys for listening too. I hope you gained knowledge and apply it in personal life, especially that this is very important in our everyday living. Now that we are all exposed in using technology, we have our gadgets, cell phones, and etc. I hope this discussion helps so much for you all. Have fun, beautiful people. This is your DJ Ann, and we'll see you in our next broadcast only here at STS Radio.